Hi, my name is Heather Schultz, and I am going to do an introduction for AEP 858 Data Analysis and Assessment. First, I'm from Wheeling, West Virginia. There's a little map there. It shows Wheeling with the star. We are in the northern panhandle of West Virginia. There's a picture there of our city that actually with some bridges that lead into Ohio. We're in a unique position. We sit right between Ohio and Pennsylvania, and we can get to either place pretty easily and quickly. Last spring, our state was the state that was fighting for livable wages. We're one of the lowest paid states in the United States, and we are also still working on affordable health insurance. I am first and foremost a mom and a wife. That was a little picture of my family. I have a blended family. I have 3 children from my first husband, and then I have a little boy with my husband, Bruce, now. I have an 18, a 15, and an 11-year-old, and then our little guy, Finley, will be 2 this Sunday. We've had a lot of adversity over the past couple years. I've had to take some breaks from getting my master's done, but it's okay because we're handling it, and I'm determined to get it done. And I'm back. Little guy's waking up, but I'm hoping we'll make it through. Anyway, when he was about 20 weeks of gestation, we had our ultrasound and found out that he had something called transposition of the great vessels, and that meant that the arteries going to his heart were going the opposite ways. So he had to have immediate open heart surgery when he was born. He had it at 5 days old, and he's doing great now. Okay, the other thing that I answer to besides mom is Mrs. Schultz. I'm a kindergarten teacher. I teach in an inner city school in Wheeling, West Virginia. I had to be off work for a little bit to care for my son, and then I was so happy to be back to work. Love my kindergarten students. Nothing better than teaching kindergarten. There's joy every day. There's nothing better than 5 and 6-year-olds. They give you energy. Everything is exciting, and you just love hearing the things they have to say. There's some pictures there of my classroom. So, unfortunately, my return to my classroom was short. In November of 2017, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. It's a very aggressive kind, and I had to have pretty aggressive treatment, and they did not want me around those little germs. So I was out for a while. Went back this fall. Unfortunately, after all the treatment I've had so far, it's spread. So I'm going to be starting a clinical trial tomorrow, but I'm going to keep working and keep fighting. Excuse my dog. Critical reflection on the process my school or district uses to analyze and use data to inform instructional decisions. So in kindergarten, we use a tool called PALS. It is online. We can test paper, pencil, or use the computer. It tests the kids' phonics and their reading skills. It's very thorough. It takes a long time. You have to do most things one-on-one, especially with little guys who don't know what you're asking them to do yet. And, it gives us a lot of good information. It just takes a long time to get through. And for math, we use a teacher-created tool. Actually, a kindergarten team of teachers, I'm one of them, we sit down and we create what we think is best based on the standards for being able to track the kids' growth. And then we use that beginning, middle, and end, just like the PALS. And then in pre-K and kindergarten, there's a state system that all of that testing, the reading and the math, has to go into. It's called the Early Learning Reporting System. And so we utilize all those tools, and then we rate the children on each standard that the state has in the system, which are the most important for areas of their reading and math developments. All of these tools give us great information. It just, it's a lot of managing time and managing kids. And you feel like you lose teaching time. We do a lot of it in centers, so that I have a testing center in my, we're blessed that we have teachers' aides, so, we can utilize them to kind of run the class while we are focused on those kids who are being tested. Critique of my own personal knowledge of how to use the data to inform my daily instructional decisions. I do use all that data. One of the ways we use it is when we group our children in MTSS groups, and we use that for our Title I intervention time. So the students who are struggling and have the most potential to be pushed to grade level are who we focus on sending with our title teachers. If there is a student who is so low that we know we're probably going to have to retain them, and they've never been to school, and they didn't really have school skills, I will keep them with me. My aide will work one-on-one with them, and then I work with the rest of the students on various activities in small groups. And then, so that is for math and reading, those MTSS groups. And then, specific skills that I'm teaching, I do a lot of observing. I do a lot of small group work, centered work, so I can focus on a group of students at one time, a small group, but they're all engaged and they're all working. So I can kind of see how they're doing. I give them little short performance tasks, so I can kind of see if there's a breakdown in, what they're doing and what they're having trouble with. That can hone in on that. As far as what I would propose to help improve or enhance my current knowledge, I know kindergarten data. I know kindergarten tools. So, as I go to move into being a principal, I'm going to have to focus more on, okay, so that's kindergarten, and K1 and 2 are very different from 3, 4, and 5 as an elementary teacher and principal. 3, 4, and 5 take those high-risk tests or high-stakes tests that the state makes them take. So, there's so much more focus on assessing and making sure those kids are going to hit those benchmarks and scores that they want them to. I would love to find a way in kindergarten to assess the skills without taking so much teaching time, but I don't know how to make that happen because you've got to do it in small group or one-on-one because, it's little guys. You can't just hand them something and say, hey, go do this. I could probably utilize my aide more in the simple things, the simple tasks, so that she can do those things that I don't have to answer to parents for why their child scored low on something. Anything where I feel like I need to explain it to a parent, I want to do it because I'm the one accountable for that. And I'm excited to learn more about what other people in different parts of the country are using. And now my computer's talking to me and acting crazy. I apologize. Anyway, I look forward to learning what other people are using and what they feel confident with in their parts of the country because every district is very different. Thank you.